Hi, this is Zak Mir with the Bulletin Board Heroes on Thursday, the 30th of August, starting off with Anglo African, where it looks as though it'll be second time lucky as far as the breakout from this falling wedge that we've had from the beginning of last year. The points to note, I suppose, are the 50-day moving average of 0.45 and the 200-day line 0.51, the black line there. At least while we're above the 200-day line, looking for progression now towards the implied target 1.4, 1.6. over the next few weeks. Only back below the 50-day line would really abandon the bull scenario. Currently, the share is very overbought, RSI 82, so looking for any dips towards probably the 0.6 zone on this situation. Cluff Natural Resources next up on this slot with the slow breakout that we've had. There was a bit of a strange pattern that we had here over the last few days, but the shares have done what we would hope they would do, rising 200-day line and holding above the 50-day line at 1.99, so that's good news. Overall here, while we're above 1.8, which is the uptrend line from the beginning of this month, still looking for 2.8 pence plus over the next few weeks. Obviously a nice end of day or weekly close above the 200-day line there at 2.14 would be a decent buy trigger for the cautious. Company I interviewed a few days ago now comes in the form of Flying Brands. Interesting to see this share starting to behave in a more bullish fashion. The highlight here, I suppose, the bounce off this October support line running down just below the 2 pence level. While we hold above that line, one would hope that there will at least be a rally towards the 50-day moving average at 2.73. Onto a stock which I covered recently, but is worth looking at again on a quiet day for these sorts of tiddlers. It comes in the form of Gusbourne. I've talked about the step pattern rather, over the last few months, and the breakout here over 70p. Hopefully, still looking for that 100 pence target over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Another stock that I covered recently as well, Luceco. Here we've got a situation where it's a very, very slow breakout through the top of this falling wedge formation, but still looking okay above the 50-day line at 44 pence. Hopefully we'll see 60 to 70 pence over the near term on this situation. Obviously, given that the long-term downtrend here enforced that 50-day line stop relatively seriously. One of the most followed at the moment comes in the form of Reabold Resources. Here we've got classic pattern with the long-awaited break through the 0.8 pence level. Since then, we've had sideways consolidation and what looks to be the next leg of a potential move to the upside. The likely upside on this situation towards the top of this channel that I'm drawing at the moment, 1.2, 1.3 pence. And that's valid while we hold above, let's say, the 0.8 to 0.85 level, backed by the golden cross between the 50-day and 200-day lines at the beginning of this month. Finishing off with an old favorite or not, depending on where you're positioned in the shares, Xtract Resources. Just looks as though it's sort of early bird warning here. It just looks as though it's breaking out of this triangle that we've had for the last, 2-3 months there. Confirmation, given the stock's history, would come in the form of an end-of-day close above the 50-day moving average at 1.11 pence, but obviously for an aggressive trader, you might be tempted to go long at current levels with the stop loss just obviously below the 0.9 pence area. That's it from me. More updates at the same time tomorrow.